which you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar was full of fury, and the expression on his face changed towards Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He spoke and commanded that they heat the furnace 7 times more than it was usually heated. And he commanded certain mighty men of Babylon, who were in his army, to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and cast them into the burning fire furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their trousers, their turbans, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fire furnace. Therefore, because the king's command was urgent, and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire killed those men who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fire furnace. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished, and he rose in haste and spoke, saying to his counselors, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire?" They answered and said to the king, "True, O king." "Look," he answered, "I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God." Amen. Then Nebuchadnezzar went near the mouth of the burning fire furnace and spoke, saying, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out and come here." And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came from the midst of the fire. Look at your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, stand." Stand. That's what we're preaching on tonight. Stand. One simple word is stand. And subtopic, we're going to preach from the power of the 4th man. The power of the 4th man. Bow your head. Father God, we thank you just for being here over on tonight, Lord God. We thank you for this revival, Lord God. We ask that you just open the hearts of the people, Lord God, that the word that goes out will not go out void, Lord God. We ask that someone will receive the word and carry it out to a dying word, Lord God. And someone that receives the Lord God, just let it prick their heart, Lord God, that they will be asking how it is that they can be saved. Lord God, pour me out on tonight. Lord God, remove stuff out of the way and let your spirit shine through. It's in your Son Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Stand. It's a simple phrase on tonight. Stand. But a lot of people have a hard time doing it. I heard the saying a long time ago, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. The world is calling for people on today that who's going to be bold in this season. Some people who are not worried about the consequences, but some people who are going to stand up for God. God is calling for some people. Some people who are not going to sit down on this program, but somebody who's willing to stand up in the face of adversity and do what it is that He called for them to do. Here it is at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, they said, were intelligent men. They were young men, and they believed in God. They believed in serving God. And right now, too many people, they bend to the things of the world. They give in too easily for what the world is putting out. But God is just calling for somebody. Not to go with the trend, but somebody who's going to stand up for what you believe in. So this first point is have faith in God. I want to tell you on tonight that there will be pressure in your life. That He has not called you and told you that it was going to be easy on this journey. But sometimes there's going to be some pressure on you because everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody's not going to believe in your God. Everybody's not going to believe in your viewpoints. And so you got to learn how to stand up. Even in the face of adversity, even when everybody else is bowing down, you got to learn how to stand. So here it is that these men, they believed in God because God had already proven Himself before. God had already allowed them to find favor with Nebuchadnezzar. And so here it is that God had already allowed for them to find favor with the previous king. And so here it is that these men, they believed in God. And because they knew what God could do, they knew that they did not have to bow down to the pressures of the world. If you know what God can do, you ought to be able to stand up when people are asking you to bow down. Some things are not going to go your way all the time, but you got to learn how to stand because God can bring you through it every time. I know because of the God I serve, I don't have to bow down when people ask me to bow. But because I serve God, I can stand on his word. I can believe in his promises. Because he told me he'll never leave me nor forsake me. I can stand up in this season. Everybody wants you to go along with trends. Everybody wants you to go along with things of the world, but you don't have to do that. Because it's popular in the world, it doesn't mean they have to be popular with you. If you begin to go down, you begin to watch the news, you'll find out what we're talking about on tonight, but you got to learn how to stay. Too many people are being persecuted. Too many people are being talked about because they are standing up for what's right. But that's what the phrase says. When you stand for something, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. But God will, He'll uphold you every time as long as you stand. And you remember, God began to tell his disciples that if they don't want to hear you, he said, just dust off your feet. Go outside of the city. He said, listen, don't worry about what you need to say because the Spirit will speak up on your behalf. So I don't need to worry about different things. Even though you tell me you're going to talk about it, go ahead and scandalize my name. I'm not worried about it because God has my back. And God has my back. That's the best support system. You know, we talked about yesterday being in the Father's hand. But because I'm in God's hand, I don't have to worry about anything. I can stand. Something on tonight. Oh, here it is that they had already found favor because if you remember when they were taken from Jerusalem, it says that the king wanted them to eat and drink what he was feeding them. But Daniel, he went to the eunuch and he began to talk. And he said, look, he said after 10 days, if we ain't skinny, he said we're pale in complexion, if we're skinnier than everybody else, he said then we'll bow down, we'll give in to your oppression, we'll eat what the king allowed for us to eat. He said, but not. If after 10 days we're fine and we're healthier than them, he said, then you gotta allow for them to follow what our God said. He said after they were tested after 10 days, he said they found out they were fatter than all of the other men. They were drinking water and eating their vegetables, and said that he made a decree. He said everybody got to do the same thing. And when they were brought in front of the king, it said that they were smarter 10 times than everybody else, 10 times more intelligent than everybody else. But that's the way that God is. When you give in to stuff, God will allow for you to have some favor on tonight. Somebody help me out with some things because here it says that Nebuchadnezzar was a prideful king. Y'all know some people like that on tonight. There's a lot of prideful people in the world, and a lot of people want you to bow down to them. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're at work or if you at home. You don't have to bow down, but as long as you stand, God will uphold you every time. They say Nebuchadnezzar, he built his image one day. Not just an image, but an image of himself. Tall image, 27 meters high, and then 3 meters wide. They said he built a large image of himself. He said, again, invite all of the officials from Babylon. At this time, it said that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had been set over the affairs of Babylon. But Daniel had a higher position in them because he interpreted King Nebuchadnezzar's dream. So they all had position. Here, these foreigners in this strange land are put in position to be over the people who were supposed to be ruling over them. But that's the favor that you can have from God. So here it is that he called all the officials, but I don't know what day Daniel was, but Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were there. So this man had tried to take away their culture, he had took away their names, and so here they ended up with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So something happened that he said he made a decree. The decree, he said when you hear the music, he said every time you hear it, he said you need to bow down. But something happened on tonight. He said they decided to stand up for what they believed in. He said, he told him, he said, everybody needs to bow down when you hear this music. So everybody else is falling down around them. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said they stood up. How do you know they were standing? He said, because some people told on them. So that tell me everybody went bound down. See, too many people are looking at what you're not doing. You always going to have some people watching you on tonight. Help me out. Even when you think people not watching you, there's going to be somebody watching to see what you're not doing. People need to mind their own business sometimes. And start worrying about what everybody else is doing. But why do they look out because they were jealous of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Because they were foreigners in their land and they had gained positions before this, and there's going to be some people who hate on you. Everybody's not going to be excited on your side every time you get a promotion. Everybody's not going to be on your side every time you get a new car. Everybody's not going to be on your side when you get a new house, but there's going to be somebody who always going to be hating on you. And so they told Nebuchadnezzar, they said, these boys that you brought in and put over the affairs of Babylon. He said, did you not make a decree that everybody should bow? And he said, true, okay. He said, yeah, I made a decree. He said, but these boys you brought in, they're not bowing. He said, neither do they serve your God. Here they go. They begin to add stuff because he made a decree to bow down to the image. But they said they don't serve your gods either. There's going to be some people in this season who are going to be watching out for you. But you still got to stand up anyway. There's going to be a lot of pressure for you to bow, but God is saying just stand. And I'll come through every time. And they began to talk. He said, tell them to come here. He brought them to the king, and they said, they told him, they said, if this is the case, our God, who we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace. And he said, deliver us from your hand, O king. You got to have some courage and some faith on today to know if God can bring you to it, that he also can bring you through it on tonight. You don't have to bow down in the face of adversity because God will bring you through every time. So they had to make a decision. They had to make a decision if they were going to stand or if they were going to bow. So he gave them one more chance. He began to explain to them, you know what the decree is, but they said, we're still not going to bow. So it upset the king. But as I began to study this, I thought about what Joshua said. Joshua said that, as for me and my house, we choose to serve the Lord. I don't know about you. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but because God has been good to me. On tonight, I'm choosing to serve the Lord on today. So he said, began to talk to them, but they said, we're not going to serve your God. They said, neither will we worship the golden image which you have set up. But the second point is God will, you will go through fires. I don't care who you are, but you're going to go through some things in your life. He didn't promise you that everything was going to be easy. He didn't promise you roses all your life. But he said, I'll never leave you, nor will I forsake you. So it said that when they told Nebuchadnezzar this, it said that immediately his expression began to change. Say he was full of fury. Say he told him, turn it up 7 times harder. Don't you know you're going to have some things in your life that makes it seem like it's hot? Don't you know you're going to have some fire in your life? They said, but it began to be so urgent. He said he told his men, he commanded them to turn it up harder. And he said, when they threw him in there, it said that his men even died. The people who are trying to throw you into stuff, the people who have been looking out for you, God, they'll be hurt before you are. Because God has favor on you. And so the men who were supposed to be in charge of throwing them in ended up dying. But Nebuchadnezzar, he didn't care about it. He threw them, they had them bound and thrown into the fire. And so your fight can be anything on today. A fire is meant to consume you. A fire is meant to burn you up. A fire is meant to destroy you. But the thing that was meant to destroy you, God will protect you every time. So you don't have to worry. When they tell you, if you don't do this, that you're going to lose your job, you don't have to worry about it. Because God will protect you every time. You don't have to worry about the fires in your life. The fires can be illness. Fires can be mental health issues. Fires can be battles and financial problems. Fires can be anything. But you don't have to worry about it in the face of it because God will protect you from it. So the thing that was meant to destroy them, God ended up working something out. So you don't have to worry about it because God will protect you every time. Because God, he came with a promise every time. I believe Isaiah said in the 43rd chapter, he said in the 2nd verse, he said, when you pass through the waters, I'll be with you, and through the rivers they shall not overflow you. He said, when you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame scorch you. See, there's some things you've been walking through. Somebody's been crying late at night. Somebody's been going through hell and hot water. But God is telling them overtake you on today. I understand because I'm standing on the right side. I'm understand because I'm in God's hand. Because I stood up for him. He's going to protect me. Every time somebody help me out on tonight. I don't know. I know somebody's been going through some things in your life. But God is just asking you to stand. Just bow tonight to stand up. And God will bring you through every time. See, I know I serve somebody. I don't need a fire extinguisher, but he can extinguish everything in my life. The thing that was supposed to destroy me, God made me better. We talked yesterday, we talked about the fire. If I said fire, it purifies you, and then I said that it beautifies you, and I said it hardens you, and then I said that the fire will brighten you. See, there's some things in your life God is just allowing you to go through so you can be better after you come out. God is a true support to some people. You need to let somebody know that your God is greater than your problem. See, God is bigger than everything in your life. And so the things that will mean to destroy you, God is sound bigger. I'm bigger than all this. Taylor Carter, she sings a song, say he's just bigger than my disease. He's bigger than all these things. She began to name all the things that God was bigger than. And I can tell you on tonight, I tried to find that myself. And so I know he's bigger. He's bigger than everything I go through. But the third point is, God will be with you. I'm reminded of sports, and the first time I heard this term, I was watching Seattle. They said Seattle Seahawks, they get loud in their stadium because of the way that it's built. They refer to it in sports as the 12th man. They say it was power in that 12th man. What are you talking about? There's 11 players on the field, but there's an advantage that you get with a 12th man. Because they can allow to give you some distraction. They can help you out in the game. I've been to the Superdome before, and it gets loud up in there. And whatever the Saints were playing, the Falcons, and they got so loud, they were showing the decimals on the screen. It was so loud you could barely hear yourself. And as the Falcons end up throwing an interception, there's power in the 12th man. I want to tell you on tonight, there's power in the 4th man. There's somebody walking with you on tonight. And then there's a Trinity behind you called the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's shadow. And there's 4th man on tonight. Jesus came through in a big way on tonight. It said that when they were thrown into it, they had everything on. But watch this on tonight. It said as they were in the fight, it said that Nebuchadnezzar, he stopped right in his tracks. And he said, wait a minute. He said, I thought I threw 3 men in there. Not only did I throw them in there, but they were bound into the midst of the fire. And they said, true, O king. He said, but look, I see 4 men. Not only do I see 4 people, but they're loose in there. They're walking around. He said, they're not even hurt. He said, but the 4th form is like the Son of God. Don't you know that God will show some people his power on today? When they think they have it down for the count, God is saying, I got some power on tonight. When they see you, they're going to see the God that you serve. And they're going to know that God can bring you out every time. He recognized these 3 things, that they were loose. They were walking around. And then Jesus was with them. I'm glad that God showed up in my situation on tonight. Because when people thought they had me out for the count, God showed up in the midst of my fire, and he said, I can bring you out every time. This 5th and final point is God will bring you out on tonight. Watch this. He said, Nebuchadnezzar, I want to show you something on tonight. So that the way they went into the fire, God will allow for you to come out every time. That 4th point was God will burn your chains. So with that, it said that when they went into the fire, God loosed the chains that had them bound. Somebody been loose, been chained in the midst of your fire, but God is trying to bring you out. So the way that you went into the fire is not the way that you're coming out. So the 4th point is God will burn your chains. See, watch this, the chains, the fire was meant to consume them. But it ended up burning the chains off of them. You'll catch it when you get home. So the fire that was designated to destroy them ended up helping them out on tonight. So he loosed them, he was walking around. And then Jesus was with him. But fifthly, like I said, God will bring you out. So Nebuchadnezzar, after he looked into the fire, it said they told him, he went to the mouth of the fire, and he said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So he wanted to make sure he wasn't just imagining some things. He had to call them out by name. He said, listen. He said, servants of the Most High God. Don't you know that people don't even know God for themselves, but realize the power of God on tonight? Because he did say that every knee shall bow. Every tongue shall confess and say that he is Lord. Watch this. He said, come out and come here. It said that not only when he did that, it said Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came from the midst of the fire. He did notice some things on tonight, and I believe you alone. Say he noticed that the hair wasn't singed, and that the garments were not burned. Said that he couldn't even smell smoke of it. It said so he issued a decree on tonight, and that everybody tonight disrespect the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And that anybody that he sees doing that should be cut into pieces. And the house is turned into ash. I want to let you know on tonight that because you serve a powerful God, if you stand up on tonight, there's power in that forfeit. I don't know about you on tonight, but I know that because I stood up on tonight, that God can deliver me every time. Is there anybody here on tonight that's going to make it your objective on tonight to stand in the face of adversity? I don't know about you on tonight, but I know I've been in a terrible situation. Sometimes I feel like kneeling down. Sometimes I feel like bound down. But I can't remember that the God I serve will deliver me every time. Somebody look at your neighbor tonight and say, neighbor, all you have to do is stand. I thank God on tonight for sending his son Jesus to die on the cross. Because they gave me the real truth that I can stand up on tonight. I thank God on tonight that I serve the same God. Because the fires that were meant to destroy me, God allowed for evil to be loosened on tonight. I thank God on tonight. Anybody here on tonight that's going to make it your mission to stand on tonight. I don't feel like bowing down in the face of adversity. I can stand every time because God is on my side. Is there anybody here on tonight that knows about the power of God? Is there anybody here on tonight that knows that God can bring you out every time? How do you know he can bring you out? When he says that one day down, your own God can bring you out. And the things that will make you keep him down. He's not going to hell and preaching the revival. And all of those who want to come with me, I'm running down the hill with all power in his hand. They lay down that first thing. They lay down that second thing. I heard somebody there that morning. He got it up with all power in his hand. Where's not me? They raised my heart out with I believe that I serve the saving God on tonight. If I can stand every time, no matter put your hands together, because you save a serving God. I pray on tonight that God is still in the saving me. God will check that he checks the picture, God. But he delivered Daniel from the lion's den. I mean, you know on tonight that the danger was meant to destroy you. If you would just stand up on tonight, that God can bring you out every time. I thank God on tonight for the power of the cross man. I thank God. They allow for me to come out every time. The fires that were meant to destroy you, God saying all you got to do is stand. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. It's important during this season to know that you got somebody on your side. Watch this, because everybody else around them had left them. But they still had enough faith in God. And said, our God that we serve is able to deliver. But then they said, even if he does, they were still going to be fine anyway. Oh, you got to make the decree on tonight. He may not rescue me over here, but on the other side. They told me in Hebrews that there's a lot of people who died, see the promise, but they still serve God anyway. So even if he don't do it right now, even if he don't work in the way I expect him to, I want you to know something, that God did not save them before they went into the fight. But it wasn't until they got into the fight that he did something. I know because I serve God that he may not deliver on my time, but he always comes on time. Listen to the neighbor. Somebody say neighbor. All you have to do is stand. We're standing on tonight. We're standing power of the fourth man. On tonight, if you've been facing pressure, if you've been facing fires in your life, and you think that you have to battle, we ask that you would just come on tonight. There's power in the name of Jesus on tonight. I want to let you know that he didn't stop over 2,000 years ago. There's a lot of people who decided to stand in the Bible, and God delivered them every time. He showed us in the book of Daniel all the time that he could deliver them tonight. All you got to do is look and read the examples throughout. I don't have to tell you, but God can come through every time. All you have to do is stand. That makes